Hi there. So, sending pictures is essential, but more outreach doesn't mean better results. One of the most common mistakes PR professionals make is to overpitch journalists, whether that's sending too many ideas, following up too often, or not paying attention to relevance. So today we'll break down what overpitching actually looks like, what happens, and how it can quietly damage your media relationships over time. So, what overpitching actually means? Well, it isn't just about sending a lot of emails, it's about sending repeated, irrelevant, or poorly timed pitches to the same journalists or outlets. It can also include following up too aggressively without giving space, sending multiple unrelated stories in a short time, and also ignoring what the journalist actually covers. So in PR, it's not about how often you pitch, it's about whether each pitch has a clear reason to exist in that journalist inbox. Now, why some PR professionals fall into this trap? Most overpitching happens because of pressure. People want faster results, more coverage, and more replies. There's also a common misconception that increasing volume automatically increases success rates. But PR isn't a numbers game, it's a relevance and timing game built on trust. Now, what happens when you overpitch? Well, a lot of the risks here might sound similar to other PR mistakes, and that's because journalists respond to patterns over time, not individual emails. But overpitching creates a very specific issue, and that is relationship fatigue. So this is a few of the things that can happen when you overpitch. The first is you become background noise in their inbox. Instead of your emails standing out, they start blending into the constant flow of outreach. Even strong or relevant pitches can lose impact simply because your name is associated with volume. Then your future emails are deprioritized. So journalists may see your emails, but they're less likely to open or respond quickly. Your pitches move from priority to I'll come back to this later, which often means never. And then your ideas stop getting immediate attention. A good pitch normally gets a quick yes or no. But once overpitching patterns form, your emails are more likely to be delayed or mentally skipped, even if they are relevant to that journalist or editor. And then lastly, the relationship shifts from collaborative to transactional. Instead of being seen as a reliable source or expert, you start to feel like someone constantly pushing stories. That shift makes long term media relationships harder to build and sustain. Now, here is what you should do instead: focus on quality over frequency. Only pitch when there is a clear match between your story and the journalist or recent coverage. A smaller number of highly relevant pitches will always outperform a high volume of unfocused outreach. So, in PR, relationships matter more than reach. Overpitching might feel like you're increasing your chances, but in reality, it can quietly reduce them over time. If you slow down, stay relevant, and respect the journalist inbox, you build something far more valuable than quick wins. You build trust that leads to consistent coverage.